Two legacy altcoins are about to make massive moves, and yes, they're Cardano and XRP, but why do we think a massive rally is about to happen for these alts? We'll discuss why they could have a huge 2025 in this video. This is your Altcoin Buzz News. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Cody, and if you're new here, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know when we drop latest content. Follow us on Twitter, AltcoinBuzz.io, and as always, not financial advice, and wish the best of luck in your crypto ventures. We're celebrating Christmas and New Year's with a big offer. Get 20% off a yearly subscription to Altcoin Buzz Alpha. Altcoin Buzz Alpha subscribers following our calls have profited 35x the subscription price already. Get into a core crypto community that you deserve. Follow the steps below and join us in Altcoin Buzz Alpha. Alright you guys, happy Friday. Bitcoin is holding up decently well. We're holding just under $97,000. If we can head towards 100K in the next few days, that'll be very bullish. And when we do head to $100,000 and we reclaim this level here, we'll be off to the races for alt season, I believe. We have a couple alts that we're going to look at today, which are doing very well, even better than Bitcoin. But once Bitcoin gets above 100K and goes sideways, then we're going to have a major altcoin season, which I think is going to happen this January. So starting off today, we have the Mara Digital CEO, Fred Thiel, saying this about Bitcoin.
One of the Bitcoin acolytes, Tim Draper, for many years has been a supporter, and he says something like 250,000 by the end of this year. Maybe that's a little bit hyperbolic, but I would ask you, you just talked about how others, whether it's the ETFs or you got to look at these central banks that may start to snap up Bitcoin. We know what happened during the gold rush of, the 49, and everybody rushes in, the supply goes down, price goes up, and then suddenly there's nothing left.
Bitcoin, if you look at it over the past 13, 14 years, it's only been down 3 years out of the 14. And one of those years was just, obviously during the COVID when all markets were down. So over any period, you can look at Bitcoin and it's gone up on average somewhere between 29 and 50% a year easily. And so our recommendation, my recommendation to my kids, for example, is that put just a little bit away every month in Bitcoin and forget about it and just watch.
So like we talked about yesterday, if the United States starts to do a Bitcoin strategic reserve, other countries might follow as well. And we could be getting to $250,000 per Bitcoin by the end of this year. Then we also have Mario who says E-Trade could go full crypto. Morgan Stanley's big play. So Morgan Stanley might bring crypto to E-Trade, opening up floodgates for millions of retail investors to jump in digital assets like what Coinbase does, but backed by Wall Street muscle. With Trump pushing pro-crypto vibes and BBVA, Deutsche Bank, and 50 plus others already in the mix, the institutional FOMO is real. And then we have Mr. Crypto who says lots of Bitcoin liquidity is piling up on both sides. This is the calm before the storm. A massive move is around the corner. So you can see we have a lot of liquidity that's, this yellow bar here. There's a lot at $100,000, but there's also a lot around just above 90,000, just around $92,000, $91,000. So we could have a massive move. Don't know which direction it's going to go yet. We are kind of in the middle. And if you remember, I was talking about, this actually kind of shows exactly what that chart shows. These zones here, this blue zone around $100,000 and around $90,500 is where I expect a lot of liquidity to lay. And, it's funny enough, it is shown exactly in this chart. So TA does work, I guess. But yeah, so I'm expecting some kind of move. I'm not doing anything major right now. We're just kind of waiting to see what happens because we have been shopping around in this range right here. We don't want to take any big positions yet because we don't know what's going to happen. This could still be a lower high and we are, going down towards, $90,000 and then we reclaim and then we go back up, or we could push through and just go straight to 100K. It's hard to say what's going to happen, but there's equally as much liquidity on both sides. So, the market moves towards liquidity. We just don't know which way it's going to go yet. And in trading, you want to take, very probable bets. And right now, I don't know exactly where it's going to go because we're pretty much stuck in the middle. So we'll have to wait and see. But we do know when we do get this move above $100,000, that's when our altcoins are really going to take off. And so that's what we're looking at today. The first altcoin that we're looking at, though, is Cardano. And Cardano is back outperforming Bitcoin today. So Cardano is back above $1.05 with a 12.5% increase in the past 24 hours. It's the biggest gainer in the top 100. Elliot Chart says Cardano is shaping up like it did last cycle, making me think a big move is near. A push to $4 might happen within a few weeks. And he shares this chart from last cycle where Cardano went up over 4,000% within a few months from late November to August 2021. And then he shares a chart of this cycle where around November this year, Cardano was at 30 cents. And if we did about half as much percentage-wise, we could go 2,200% up to around $7 by mid next year, or actually this year now. We're in 2025. So by mid this year, we could be about $7 if we had about half as much of this similar move from the last cycle. And then we also have Crypto R Us, who shared this clip from Charles revealing Cardano's 2025 roadmap.
And we have an on-chain treasury with nearly $2 billion that, if deployed, will allow Cardano every year to spend at least $100 to $200 million to growth hack and to support the people who've already done great things. And that's at our current valuation. If we continue to grow, that will be in the tens of billions of dollars and become a sovereign wealth fund unto itself.
And then Lucid shares Cardano upgrade incoming. It'll be the only constitutionally secured hard cap digital commodity on Earth, and its TPS will see 100x after the scaling upgrade in a few weeks. Last cycle, we hit $3 without smart contracts. This cycle, Cardano will secure trillions. So Cardano has been looking great today. It's up over 2.5%. This is massive spike. We are coming into high time frame resistance though. So on the daily chart, we are coming into a bit of resistance right now. So this is not the spot you want to exactly buy. If you want to buy this, you want to wait for it to come back above and reclaim this level. So you do want to be buying around $1.08. If you're buying spot, you can buy it now if you want. However, I do expect us to either reject from this, come back down here around 94 cents, or we break above and then we reclaim this level, and that's a great place to buy as well. But if you're buying spot and you don't really care, this is a great area, because I think we probably do break through this and we probably reclaim this. But if you wanted to trade this, this is what I would wait for, and I'd target new highs or wherever you want to go. But this Cardano is looking great. Once we break through this level of resistance right here, I think we're off to the races. The next coin is XRP. So LA Charts also shared that Whales bought 360 million XRP in the past 48 hours. And then Whaler says 300 million XRP, or $650 million, transferred from an unknown wallet to Ripple. And then we have Dark Defender, who says, Happy New Year, everyone. Let's start 2025 with some great XRP news. Today, I want to announce that we've completed the correction pattern in the weekly time frame. It might be risky to say that, but I expect XRP to break this triangle within a week. The Fibonacci target levels are the same, and the first sits at $5.85 precisely. So currently we're around $2.11 in XRP, and the first target for this Fibonacci retracement level is $5.85, and the next one is around, well, looks like $18.22. So if XRP goes $18, that'll be crazy, because for the longest time you could have picked it up for about 30 to 50 cents. And XRP also looking pretty good as well. It has reclaimed this level. We did hold above this level right here, so it was pretty strong, stronger than I thought. I thought we might come back down towards $1.50. Maybe we still do, but it's looking pretty strong right now. Similar to Cardano, we are coming into high time frame resistance right here. So this is a level that I would watch when we're coming up to this level. So it's kind of rejecting right now. But I imagine we probably do something like this where we come back down and then we, come back and then break through at once and then continue higher. If we do have a bit of an altcoin season, which I'm expecting to happen in January, I think that probably will happen, and we will go towards his $5 target. Right now, we're just sitting underneath $3, so $5 is very plausible as well. So XRP looking great. And then Polymarket also has a 70% chance that an XRP ETF will be approved this year. I could see it with the new Trump crypto administration. A Solana ETF will most likely happen. An XRP ETF I could also see happening as well. They've already filed for Solana, and they've already filed for XRP ETFs from a couple different issuers. Walrus Protocol has the fastest solution for data storage on the market today, and it's from the team behind Sui. It's so resilient that even with only a few nodes operating, your data availability won't be affected. Decentralized data storage on Walrus is solving a big problem many blockchains suffer from, and that's poor coordination, and it affects you more than you realize. Walrus Protocol has some big advantages with Sui and the Mu programming language over other decentralized data providers. The problem, as they call it, is coordination. It's making sure that if a protocol does three things, that those things work seamlessly with each other. Also, the protocol needs to work with other projects in the ecosystem and with blockchain infrastructure like validators. Just listen to the Sui co-founder describe the problem and how Walrus is a part of the solution.
The best platform for you to use to solve your coordination problem, because it comes with a lot of features that you already need out of the box, is Sui. And that's not just because, you can write a smart contract and it does stuff. That's one thing, of course, right? But also if we take the example, let's say again, of Walrus, even the things that are not in Sui, right? Let's say the storage nodes that are separate from Sui, they still need to coordinate with each other. And our best bet, we believe, is to coordinate through Sui, right? To say, well, look, okay, we're all going to be reading and writing state from Sui, doing transactions, reading state, expressing things as resources when it makes sense, you know.
Walrus is in its testnet now, so give it a try today to store whatever data you need. And to stay up to date on testnet progress and other news, make sure to follow the Walrus Protocol's X account and other socials linked down below. And then we also have Spot on Chain saying whales are accumulating hype as Hyperliquid reclaims its spot as the 20th largest token by market cap from Pepe today. One whale spent a 3.96 million USDC to buy a bunch of hype 9 hours ago. Another whale spent 2.6 million USDC, and then another whale bridged 2 million USDC to buy $911,000 of hype in the past 20 hours. So hype is getting a lot of whale accumulation at these levels, and we are pretty much in a level of accumulation which we shared yesterday. Now, 25% of all circulating hype has been staked in the past 3 days. So a lot of hype is being staked now that they opened staking. And in comparison, ETH has 28% after 4 years. BNB has 20% after 3 years. So by comparison, in a couple of weeks, Hyperliquid has 25% staked in just 3 days, which is a huge number relative to its size. We've been trading in this range, so this is where whales are accumulating as we've dipped down yesterday to around $21.40. So we are just kind of still trading in this range. If we do lose this, I expect us to come back down here towards around $18. It won't be pretty, but I could see it happening with how many whales are holding, unrealized gains of their airdrop still. There's a lot of money to be sold still. So I'm not looking to buy this just yet. I would like to see some kind of like a capitulation wick. Usually when you see sell-offs, it'll be like slow, 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 slow. And then it happens all at once. And then that's like the last final, kind of little capitulation. It's usually just one big drop and then, everyone's out and then everyone panics and then buys and it comes back. So I'm kind of expecting that. I don't know if we'll go down as low as $18. Maybe we go to around $20, but we haven't had that huge like capitulation wick that, everyone's, trying to sell before this thing eventually recovers. So I could see us going, down here towards $20 or $18 in the near term. But I do think Hyperliquid, like I said yesterday, is going to $100 in 2025 with how amazing its tech is and its platform. Then lastly today, we also have news that KuCoin is now enabling crypto point of sale payments by QR code. So this will make it actually a lot easier for people to pay with money that they have on an exchange. So KuCoin has introduced a feature for merchants to allow customers to pay for purchases directly from their account on the crypto exchange. Merchants can integrate the tool called KuCoin Pay into their payment systems, and customers pay by scanning a QR code or using the KuCoin app. The exchange joins a number of crypto payment providers in facilitating direct payments for customers, a feature that's supposed to bridge the gap between crypto and legacy payment infrastructure. In August, for example, digital payments platform Flex announced a similar product with retailers, including Chipotle, Mikimoto, Regal Cinemas, and 99 Ranch Market. I imagine going to Regal Cinemas. I love going to the movies. I imagine going there and paying QR code just using my my crypto at some point. That's the future that we actually need. Some of these products that actually work in real life. And the new infrastructure supports 54 cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Ether, USDT, and USDC stablecoins. So KuCoin is launching their new QR code direct pay product, and the market is looking pretty decent. We are, like I said, sitting in the middle of the range, so we're at around $97,000. So between $100,000 and $90,000. I'm sure we'll get some kind of big move soon because there is a lot of money sitting around $100,000 and $90,000 like we just saw in this liquidation heat map. There's a lot of money on both sides. Which way it'll go, we're not entirely sure. But once that move does happen, we're able to position ourselves for future gains. And it looks like a lot of these altcoins that we've been talking about are going to do great this January for altcoin season. So that is it for the video today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next week.